Hey guys, so this week I thought we would try out something a little bit different. This is actually my second time trying to film this video because I initially thought, ooh, body image, body positivity, I know, I'll film it in the bath. And...
oh, okay, I ran it a bit too hot. This is not good. Oh dear, emergency.
and now it hurts to wear shoes, so let's try again. Not in the bath this time. So I have been asked by NCS, National Citizen Service of Great Britain, try and use my internet platform. That means you are the platform, and I am standing upon you. I'm not, that would be violent. To try and help change the conversation about body image because it's pretty messy right now. NCS provide a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Thanks guys, I wanna go. I'm too old. Oh, aged old mole coming through. And the next one is summer this year so that 16 and 17-year-olds can challenge their boundaries. Break those boundaries. This year, everything they're doing is about changing your summer, and so hopefully together with videos like this and your responses and everything else, we can hopefully change the world as well. Dun, da, da. They've done a bunch of research around teens and body image and sent me some pretty scary statistics, such as that 58% of teenagers have experienced feelings of jealousy, negativity, or insecurity as a result of social media. So I thought, wait, I'm social media? So I thought that I would bear it all, quite literally in some cases, and spread some non-negativity, positivity, and non-insecurity, which is just security, and non-jealousy, unjealousy, anti-jealousy, make the world a bit of a better and more accepting place. Mission begin. Charlotte wants to know, what is my favourite and least favourite thing about myself? What do I like about myself? This is quite a lot of pressure here. I mean, I'm spreading positivity, but what is this? I would say that my favourite thing about myself, which is probably gonna sound kind of weird, is my chest. I'm not muscly, like I'm not, oh yeah, I'm pretty buff. I'm big, strong man. But I'm naturally like kind of like wide, which I don't know if that's a positive or negative adjective, who knows. But my least favourite thing, oh boy, right, where is my scroll? When I was a teenager, it definitely would have been my gingerness, which it's coming back, here it is, it's going through! And my acne, and I went to the doctor like 100,000 times and I had like every treatment they could throw at me and nothing worked. My biggest insecurity right now in my life is these. Underneath my eye, I don't know if you can see, because these are quite flattering lights, I have like, oh, hello Luke. I have like grey white bits under my eyes, and like the rest of my skin is like a pinky colour, and then there's just these circles, and I get comments about it on YouTube all the time. People go like, oh my gosh, look, Luke got a sunburn whilst he was wearing sunglasses. So I'm so often insecure about this. Like every day of my life, I generally, unless I do something else like make my hair look nice to distract from it, I feel like an ancient, exhausted little mole man. So I think the thing to remember about that is that sometimes someone can have something wrong with their body that you think is not a big deal, but to them it's like the biggest thing in the world. Ruby says, what the hell am I supposed to do about these stretch marks? They're not pretty and they're so hard to normalize in the media. I remember the first time I ever saw someone with stretch marks, I was 16 years old and I was in the changing room and I didn't know what the heck he had on his skin. My genuine thought was that I thought someone had been whipping him. Which might sound funny, but that's dangerous. I was 16 years old and I had no idea what these things were. So I think one of the biggest issues is like education, because so many people have this in the world. There are people who are pregnant, get bigger or smaller, grow up, grow bigger muscles. Like I had stretch marks when I used to be muscly. That was a thing that happened to me in my life once. I suppose I am the media. So this is me saying, I've had stretch marks, you may have stretch marks, and that's fine because so many people have them. And it's silly that we feel that we should be ashamed of these things. So while they may not be common in the media, they are at least common in humanity, and I think it's important that people like me, or people like anybody like you, talk about these so that other people who have these feel less alone or feel less weird or stretchy. Marcus says, I am a guy with gynecomastia. Sorry if I completely destroyed the pronunciation of that. Meaning that I grow breasts. Every day I go outside and I choose my clothes in a way that disguises it as well as possible, but the concept of being shirtless really scares me. Okay, so the first thing to say is that you, Marcus, are an outstandingly incredible human being for just being able to talk about this. Chatting about it in a public place is amazing, so I find you very inspirational. And thank you for sharing. And I think that while not everybody will have this specific condition, I think everyone can relate to the idea of being just ashamed of your body in a public space at some point in your life. I think my first piece of advice would be to maintain and respect your body and your health in all the ways that you can control, so that you can look at yourself in the mirror and talk to other people and say, I am the best version of me that I can possibly be. I think being able to say that and believe it is so important, because probably the people who are trying to shame you for your body probably don't respect theirs the best that they can either. They just have the privilege of having a body that doesn't have a condition that's obvious. I think in terms of being less scared of what other people think, now this is a really bad analogy, like a really bad analogy, but over the time that I've been on YouTube, I've filmed videos outside and done silly things, and over that time I've become more and more confident to just go, I don't know the people who are staring at me or laughing at me in a Snape wig running down the busiest street in central London. And so while I was doing that and I was feeling scared and embarrassed about what I was doing, that kind of thing gave me strength in other parts of my life to go, I literally don't know these people. It doesn't matter what they think. When I leave, they'll probably forget me. And if they don't, then they're really boring and they have to get a hobby. Now I know that it's really, really not that easy, but eventually, if you can go from a place of being scared or ashamed of what people think of you to a place of completely disregarding their opinion because they don't mean anything to your life, you'll end up being so much stronger than the people who laugh at you, because you're able to look at them and go, well, if you need to laugh at another human being to make your day worthwhile and to feel fulfilled, then that's pretty sad. And just take pity on the fact that there are some people in the world who have so little self-respect that they have to put other people down to make themselves feel a little bit higher. That's pathetic. Luke is not McFly. Who told you? Wants to know, do you think it matters what weight somebody is as long as they are fit and healthy? As long as you're fit and healthy, nothing matters. I think one of the most dangerous things that has been put on us by our previous generation is the idea that weight equals health. If you're eating well and not eating too much sugar and going out for like a walk or something occasionally, then you could be perfectly healthy, and don't let people tell you that you're not. If you're the kind of person who's going to shame somebody for the size of their body, but you have zero evidence to back up your idea that you are healthy, then maybe you're the unhealthy one in your soul, my friend. The fact is that 55% of girls feel pressured to be skinnier, and 47% of girls have gone on a diet by the time they're 17, which is really, really sad, and I want you to all be okay, please. Tyler would like to know, how has the concept of toxic masculinity and how society perceives an ideal man, muscular, conventionally attractive, etc., affected you? Did you know that 34% of boys feel pressured to be more muscular? And I definitely am in that category. A while ago I turned vegan, and everyone in my life assumed that I was just going to be consuming literally zero protein and all my muscles would just erode away into nothingness. This gave me the strength to kind of throw out the idea of like masculinity and like being a sexy, sexy muscle man. And this is a genuine conversation I had with one of my muscly friends. My many muscly friends.
But you're gonna lose all of your muscles.
I mean, why do I need muscles that I'm not gonna use?
How are you gonna attract girls without muscles?
I suppose I'll just attract girls by being interesting and like having hobbies and stuff.
What's your hobby?
It means doing things with your life that you enjoy.
Oh, yeah, I have loads of hobbies. Lifting, pumping iron, flirting, picking up girls. Did I mention lifting?
Yeah, you did. Sophie would like to know, would you ever do anything to change the way you look, like surgery, etc.? According to NCS, 10% of boys and 21% of girls, that means people under 18, are tempted by cosmetic treatment. Which is really scary because your body hasn't even finished doing the developy thing. You might turn out to be the sexiest friggin' adult in the world. So yeah, I have in my life considered several different cosmetic treatments for things I didn't like about myself. I already mentioned the eye thing. I also, like very seriously to the point of doing full-on research and getting quotes, considered getting a nose job because I don't like my nose. I still don't like my nose, but I've kind of got over it a little bit, but I still, every now and again, I'm like, ugh. What is that rocket doing on my face? And then I realized that actually this was more about like other deep-seated insecurities I had about myself. And if I just woke up one day with a slightly thinner nose or slightly less baggy eyes, I wouldn't just be the height of happiness and go prancing through the world filled with joy. I had to work on loving me as well. So please also work on loving you, please. What would be your final advice to give to somebody who hates their body? I mean, look at the people who've submitted questions here. You really are not alone.
You are not alone.
I had over 1,000 questions for this video, and it just showed me that everybody has something about themselves that they do not like. And like my little eye thing, it may seem like nothing to everybody else, but if it's something big to you, then it matters. But the other thing I've learned is that these things do not have to hold you back. This week I learned that Ed Sheeran is 75% deaf in one of his ears. Pretty much the main thing that most people would tell you you need to be a musician is hearing. He's also ginger, like me. Gingers do not normally do well in the entertainment industries. He's a bit of an idol of mine. Everybody comes in different shapes and sizes and colors and everything, and it's okay to not like something about yourself. That doesn't make you a freak or weird. I mean, by the looks of the statistics and the response I've had to this video, not liking something about yourself kind of makes you normal. Please let me know in the comments below about anything that you struggle with and how you have sort of come to overcome it, and hopefully you guys can look in there and you can discuss and help each other. Oh, my children. I want to say a massive thank you to NCS for sponsoring this video. They gave me a lot of help and information to make sure that I got this right. Sometimes it's scary for me to do serious videos, and they have massively helped me with this. So thank you to them. They have published their study and all the information and findings about body image on their website, so please check that out in the description down below. I'm sure it will give you a lot of ammo when trying to change the world, so yes, go check that out, please. And I've worked with them several times. Ow. Crap. Several times in the past on lots of different things, and they do so much good work helping just young people feel great about themselves again. This is something I feel so passionately about, and so I'm really glad to be part of this campaign trying to change everything in the world, please. Yes, good job me, and good job you. Yes. Bye.